Wow.
Alrighty. Welcome to the ASB YouTube channel, back again. And today we're here with, who are you?
My name is Tamara, and I'm a sophomore here at East Village.
That's so great. That's so excellent. And what are we here to talk about today?
Oh yeah, we're here to talk about horror because Halloween is coming up, guys.
Yes.
So.
And if this releases after Halloween, it happened.
Yeah.
And we are here to think about it.
Exactly.
I'm Olivia. I'm also sophomore year. You may recognize me as the background voice on the video that we weren't able to release. And I'm also here to talk about horror. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay. First up, probably the easy one.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite horror movies? That's the broad one. But because that's so vague, what's the best horror movie you've watched?
The best horror movie? I don't know.
What's the most well-made horror movie you've watched?
Well-made horror movie. I feel like I'm a little biased when I say this, but Incantation. It's just has great cinematography, and it's just it's actually scary. It kept me up at night. I couldn't sleep a week, and it's just it has a really good story. The actors are amazing, and it's just fire, guys. You should watch it on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Oh, not sponsored.
Guys, we're sponsored by Netflix.
We're not sponsored by
Netflix. Sponsored our, I was going to say middle school, our high school.
Exactly. Guys, I'm not getting paid to say this, I promise.
I haven't watched Incantation, but I will now.
You should.
Add it to my long list of horror movies.
Yes.
Yeah. And, okay, scariest, that would also be Incantation then? The scariest movie you ever watched?
I would probably say Sinister, but the first one, not the second. The second one was not that good.
I haven't watched that either.
It's fine. It's about this kid, and that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the rest spoilers?
Yeah. I can't really say much, but it's
You
fire.
signed an NDA. You were the kid.
I am the kid.
Guys, Tamara is actually a horror movie star.
Exactly.
But okay. Then, do you have any guilty pleasure horror movies, silly ones you like? Because I'm a big fan of silly horror movies.
Silly horror movies. To be honest, I'm not a very. When it comes to horror movies, I'm not a tad. Shoot me. I'm not a very
silly person.
I'm not a very silly person when it comes to horror movies, I fear. So I guess I'm more into something that really scares me, that makes me pee my pants.
See, I can only watch one of those once every couple of weeks because I get scared.
You get scared?
Yeah.
Do you want me to come and snuggle with you as you watch this?
I need you to hold my hand.
Exactly.
I love a silly horror movie. This is gonna be such a basic take, but I loved Jennifer's Body.
That's fair.
It's so funny to me.
So
and then when I first watched it, I was hesitant, and then the more times I rewatch it, I'm like, this is camp. It's kind of like Mean Girls in that way.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it's so quotable and it's so fun.
It is.
Whoa, it's so fun.
It truly is.
Sorry, I ran out of breath there.
Oh. Need some help. I'm just joking.
Guys, I need CPR right now.
Right now? Oh.
And the best movie. This is also going to be such a lukewarm and cold take, but it didn't scare me at all. But I loved Carrie.
Okay.
Because it was just the first one, because it was just beautifully made, and Sissy Spacek really honored the character. It was a little different from the book, which we can get into books later, but it was so good. I would 100% recommend Carrie. Do you have any other standout horror movies you'd want to talk about? Favorites or
standout? I think everyone should go watch As Above, So Below. If you ever are interested in Dante's Inferno and stuff, you should totally check that out. I think it's a fire movie. I didn't really like the ending too much. Wait. I have a list on my phone.
I'm gonna have watched 2 of them.
It's okay. The list is not completed. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think the story is just like amazing. The camera work, it's kind of more like found footage films, which I love. Found footage films.
That gets me.
Yes.
It's that sort of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so good.
We're also going to talk about that.
We are.
Yes.
We are. As Above, So Below.
Go watch it, people.
Go watch it.
I'm going to have to add like 5 more movies to my list of movies I need to watch after this.
I'm about to give you like 10 more recommendations.
Yes, I'm going to do another binge. Speaking of binging, my next topic, how did you get into horror?
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess my family has always been like a very horror fan. I mean, I get scared incredibly easily, but I still watch it. So it's like always been something that I've grown up with. I think my obsession hit me probably like my 8th grade year in junior high, when I just like went on the horror movie watching spree, and I was like, this is my personality now. And that's how it began. Yes.
My family is so not a horror family. My mom does not watch horror movies, and my dad, I don't know, my dad just listens to podcasts.
I see. Yeah.
I don't know, he reads. Gross.
As one does.
Yeah. So I never watched any horror movies growing up. I didn't watch movies growing up though.
Oh.
We didn't really. I read books also because I was a little annoying. But I, whenever I got my hands on like a horror book, I would become obsessed with that. My earliest experiences with horror were probably. Do you remember that little book series, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Oh my god, yes.
I was obsessed with that. I would read any versions of it I could. Those illustrations are still genuinely horrifying to me. They don't scare me, but I'm like, that's pretty gross.
Yeah.
That style. But I would just read I would sit on the floor of the library, of our school library, and I would read them. And I would sing the Hearse song to myself because I was one of those kids.
I'm sorry. Could you sing a bit right now?
Guys,
let's hear
karaoke,
it. Oh my god.
Karaoke. Let me find it.
That's not going to get copyrighted, is it?
That would be crazy if it was. Don't you ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet from your hair down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. And all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, etc. And it talks about, and the worms crawl in and the worms crawl out.
Oh,
but
wow.
I was obsessed with that. Thank you.
Round of applause.
That was brave of me. That was brave of me.
It truly was. I'm so glad you got
The amount of stuff I'm cutting from this is crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah, and then here's another fun story.
Wow.
My family has a cabin in the woods in Montana.
Oh my goodness. That's
by
crazy.
the lake. I would sit up in this little attic in the cabin. That's where my sister and my family sleeps. And I would sit in this dark corner that's curtained off, this like storage section. And on my iPad, because I didn't have a phone till I was 14, I would watch. It was 2016. I would watch those killer clown videos that are like the clowns hanging onto backs of cars and all that. Oh my god!
Yes.
Yes, and that was maybe my first brush with true fear.
Really?
No.
Oh.
But I would watch those obsessively, and I would be afraid to step out into the woods at night, which I still am. The woods at night are the most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
They are.
Ever been to like East Coast, like Virginia?
No.
The most haunted woods you'll ever see. It is 1:30.
Oh my god, it is.
Oh
we
god.
We can do a tad bit.
We can do a tad bit more.
A tad bit more.
Because
something I do want to touch on.
Yeah.
Because you know how you were talking about Wendigoon before we were recording.
God, okay.
Do you want to explain?
We're transitioning YouTube videos. There is a YouTube channel called Wendigoon.
Yes.
Of course, and he does videos about all sorts of scary stories and then like true crime and serial killers and all that. And he does a bunch of videos. Very informative.
Yeah.
Very long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I just wanted to touch because.
You just wanted to touch because.
My wording choice is really bad today, but I just wanted I feel like people should look into more horror YouTube channels, like what's it called? Have you ever watched Dead Meat? Like the kill count,
you told
James
me
A.
about
Janice?
it, and I forgot the name of it, and I couldn't find it. So, but yes,
I'll give it to you after this. But chat, if you want to watch horror movies, but you don't want to you can't watch the movie or you're too scared to watch it alone, go watch
videos about it.
Exactly. Dead Meat, The Kill Count. He has like tons of videos and they're also fire.
These skew a little political, but I also really love Acolytes of Horror and Morbid Zoo.
Yes.
And if you're looking for straight up horror content, Dr. Nowhere is a really great animator and artist who does horror stuff. And this one can skew into fantasy. If you like anime, Asian style animation, Vivinos does great horror videos. Not Alien Stage, but which is great, but not a horror. But I would fully recommend her other ones. Okay.
Is that good?
Well, then we're gonna come back in a few days. So if we're in different outfits, it's because of that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep talking because there's a lot to be said.
There is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wait. Fully half of that is going to need to be cut. Okay, get out. No.
Wait, I can't.
Okay, we're actually going to start now. Going to start now. What's up, my what's up my ghouls? My ghouls and my ghosts. Welcome to another episode of this. Welcome to the same episode of this podcast. We're going to continue from where we left off, which to you we left off like a second ago, but to us we left out
like
4 days
a week ago.
4 days.
4 days.
4 days ago. It felt like a week without you.
Yeah. Really?
Okay. Where did we leave? We were talking about YouTubers.
Oh my god, we were Wendigoon. We were talking about Wendigoon and Kill Count and
and Dr. Nowhere.
Dr. Nowhere. Are we talking about when we say
Maddie? That picks up on the mic. Don't do that. Everybody, be very quiet, please. There are some people off screen.
Yeah. Some
people.
Some people. When we talk about horror, YouTube horror, are we talking about like people who make like horror videos or people who react to like horror stuff?
I'm talking about both. Because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube.
There is a lot of stuff.
Do you listen to any
YouTube.
like YouTube made horror? Like sorry, I was gonna swear. I need to stop. Like, remember the Walten Files?
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, I love those.
I love the
Walten Files.
Walten Files.
I could never get through it because I wanted to watch it with my cousin, but he got bored. He also called the boiled one brain rot, which is crazy because he is brain rot, like, personified. His name is Dylan.
Dylan?
His name is Dylan.
That explains.
It explains everything,
That explains everything.
Books.
Books.
Have you ever read any horror books at all?
In the 4th grade.
In the 4th grade?
In my book fair, I read the book The Collector, and it was about these little dolls.
Oof.
That's it. I don't read.
Yeah.
I can't read. No,
Did
I
you
can
ever read? I'm so happy that you can read. It's really important.
Thank you.
Did you ever read Goosebumps at all?
Oh my god, I love Goosebumps.
Did that just awaken something in you?
Yes, R.L. Stein is my king, and
R.L. Stein?
R.L. Stein.
Hit us up.
Hit us up. Okay.
Yes, I just remember that the endings always made me laugh because it was always like a twist that was like, oh, they're trapped in the forest forever or whatever, and it was so funny to me.
That's sort of. Actually, it made me quite literally horrified.
I don't think the Goosebumps books ever scared me. I don't think I was ever like super scared as a kid because I wasn't like deep into horror, and now I'll watch horror stuff and it will literally keep me awake at night. So
really?
Yeah. So Goosebumps, we got that.
Oh, yes.
I read a little bit. I read whatever I could find.
Okay.
So I would read a little bit of Goosebumps, a little bit of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, a little bit of anything. There was like this series of books that was like, my camp counselor is a werewolf. The neighbor is a witch. I don't.
Was it
Oh my god.
ones that are like the pirates don't wear pink sunglasses? That one?
Yes, that. I barely remember what it was about and anything that happened in it, but I saw like a book cover on like while I was scrolling like Tumblr or something, and it brought me right back, and I was like, oh my god, I read those.
That's sort of chat. But that just reminded me. I know it's not scary at all, but I'm gonna say it's horror because the fact that it was canceled
It's
frightens
horrifying.
me. Yeah.
What is it?
My Babysitter. No. Yeah, My Babysitter is a Vampire?
I've seen that. I haven't
Yes.
seen it. I've seen it, like, I've scrolled by it
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Netflix. Yes, my Babysitter is a vampire.
Is that...
I've never watched it, no. but
Really?
yes.
Oh my god. Okay, first off, every single one of the cast members, every single character is bad. The story is pretty fire. Each episode I loved. I just hate the fact that they canceled it.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. My Babysitter is a Vampire. Rory, you would have loved TikTok Shop.
You
I think that was his name. I don't remember.
horror shows. Okay, this is so predictable of me. Love Hannibal. It's so funny.
That's right.
I watched. Did you watch Silence of the Lambs?
Oh no, I haven't.
It's a classic.
It's on my. I know it's on my watch list. Actually, for a horror movie fan, I have quite literally watched like probably one of classic horror movies. I don't watch classic horror movies.
I've watched like Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
Scream, Saw. Saw was really good in the first half. I kind of didn't like the second half. I think it got like schlocky. It was like it was a gunfight into a car chase into another gunfight, and I was like, I'm not scared. Oh shoot, is it history class again today?
It's 12:36.
I guess we're also not gonna finish today. This is crazy.
It's fine.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go over something real quick.
Okay.
Love Junji Ito.
Oh my God.
Read a bunch of his
Love,
manga
love.
last
Yes.
year. Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampire Slaying gets pretty dark, and it's a little gross near the end, but I think it was really good. Read Carrie. Carrie's so good. Haunted Cities Volume 4, made by Kitty Horror Show on Itch, is free, and it's really good, and I recommend Tenement. Thank you.
Yes.
What do you recommend?
Recommend. Oh my god.
5,
All the
4,
all the horror movies I ever watched.
Everything she mentioned.
Everything I mentioned.
Go watch
earlier,
that.
Go watch that.
Go watch that.
Especially, yeah.
Play us out. Play us out. Bye. Thank you.
My hair.